From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Yellow, I go blue, lady.
Silver.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Check 55. Let's go, Heavy. What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Hey, 43, 15.
He's checking crack.
They'll run with the backup. This is Williams. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Speaking of Damian Williams, great Super Bowl. 17 carries, over 100 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one through the air. Did you think he would have that type of a game?
I wasn't sure that we would see that type of a game, but I knew he would be a part of their offense in terms of trying to break down what San Francisco does, that he would get the bulk of carries. But did I see 104 yards on the ground and a touchdown? Probably not. As well, 133 yards of total offense. His due, because now in his postseason career, which is 6 games, 5 of them with Kansas City, 1 with Miami, he scored 11 touchdowns.
Wow.
So on the big stage, the big lights, he produces, and he actually won the battle between undrafted free agent running backs, because his total versus Raheem Mostert, who ran for, I believe, 58 yards and a touchdown for San Francisco, advantage Kansas City, advantage Damian Williams.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
54 Mike.
Hey, 57.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. This is caught. Watkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mahomes to the former Ram, Sammy Watkins, for the Kansas City first. shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. Nowhere to go that time. Might have got the yard up to the 25. But that man, Derrick Henry, boy, was he one of the stories of the postseason. Leading rusher in the NFL during the regular season, but even then, kind of under the radar. But he really showed America how valuable he was during that Titans postseason run. A 3-game stretch starting with Week 17. Charles, 211 against Houston, 182 versus the Pats, and 195 in Baltimore.
And what I think is surprising for people is, as you said, he was under the radar. But if you go back 2 seasons when they had a little bit of playoff success, remember when they won in Kansas City? People remember the play where Marcus Mariota got the ball batted back to him. What they may have forgotten was Derrick Henry shredding the Kansas City defense with well over 100 yards in that game. So in playoff time, when he plays big, which he normally does, Tennessee tends to have success. That's the kind of back that they have in Derrick Henry.
Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And now he'll tuck it and run. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes is going to let this go. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 35 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to.
What it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or in. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 74 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Joseph now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Yellow, yellow. I go Wolverine. 50, yellow, 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 yellow. You
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Hey, Ripley, Ripley.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 58 yards. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Henry running right. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They keep it with Henry on first down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Bravo! That's the way. Wow! General West! Safe! Hey, Charlie! Fight!
To throw is Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
First down, Tennessee.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Watch switch.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Mahomes now on first down, dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Yellow. Watch it, let's go, D. Let's go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll make it third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, 43, 15.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one. 27 yards there, a first down. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Go, Jackrabbit, now.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards there, just like last play. They'll try and run for it with Henry. He can't bring him down. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. A first down carry for Henry. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Succop, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
Sat in meetings with coaches, and they use the term complementary football. Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, he'll run it. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
43! 43!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Suck up for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And boy, figure this one out. Leading here in the 4th, and now they're going to try an onside kick. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give him 30 yards there. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Now Tannehill. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Now it's Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out. Yeah,
but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Now to kick this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
One final try for Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
That 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on, and that last play was one of them. The last shot, had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.